Hi guys, this is Tracy King, the Bulletin Board Lady, and today for Workstation Wednesday, we're going to talk about stuff to swat at a workstation. So I'm going to take you on a little tour around my room and show you some of my swatting stations. So for this, you're going to need some fly swatters. I've got a collection of like little frou-frou ones and different shaped ones and different colored ones, but today I'm going to be using some of my giant fly swatters to demonstrate the stations. So this station is for identifying rhythm instruments, and these are little silicone, kind of really flat silicone pieces called music go-rounds. You can get them from Music in Motion. In this case, there's some common classroom instruments are rhythm instruments, and students in their group would stand around them, and one student would call out cowbell. And then the two students, or three, depending on how many kids you want to have swatting at once, will look for the cowbell and swat it. And the first person that swats it gets a point. Or if you're playing in teams, their team gets a point. This works really well with some groups. I've made little cards with the same icons on them and the name of the instrument, and then they just pulled out an instrument name, or I put them all on one sheet so that the kids had that as a reference. And I would show that to you, but I have no idea where it is. This is the zombie SWAT station, and this is a rhythm station. For this, I have two fly swatters. Any more than that, and for this game, it gets really rowdy and kind of out of control. And one person is it, or I stay at that workstation and I'm it, and I'll pick a rhythm and I will clap it. This set that I'm using is actually a mix of a few sets. This is available in my store. It's called Zombie SWAT Station. There's a set for just ta and TT, and it goes all the way up through 16th notes and T-tickas and tickatees to use. I just put a mixed bundle down for the fourth graders that were using this during my last class period. So I'll clap a rhythm, the group claps it back, and then the two swatters search for the rhythm, and the first one to swat is the winner. Listen now. Here we go. The next two contestants are ready. 1, 2, listen now. And he got it. Good job. It's like I'm always looking for a way to drill pitch names. There's only like, I don't know, 8 letters, but it seems like it's just heartache after heartache trying to get my kiddos to remember them. So at this station, I have some pitch flashcards that just have a treble clef staff and a note on them. And the person who is the caller, the person who is it, pulls out one of the cards, shows it to the two swatters, and then they have to decipher, okay, is this an E or is that an F? And then the first one to swat the correct answer is the winner. These, again, are music go-rounds, and I'll show you up close in case you're not familiar with them. They're pretty thin, and they wash really, really well. So if you wanted to have students walk along a pitch path or something like that, these would be great for that. They wash really, really, really well. Or if your floor is just dirty, like it seems mine always gets in the afternoon. So there could be other ways to do this station too. You could use pitch flashcards and just put them down on the floor, and then students would call out a letter name. The caller would call out a letter name, and then the swatters would swat the pitch that they found on the floor. Another cool thing to swat is your staff rug. I love mine. This is the first year I've had it, and I don't know how I lived without it. But at this station, these giant fly swatters really come in handy because they kind of fill the whole space of the line or the space. They're a nice width for that. So in this one, I would just call a letter name, and the first student to swat the staff in the correct place would be the winner. I've also done Swat the staff on the board. I think I've mentioned that before, where I just take pieces of tape and make a quick staff on the board or a marker or something like that. Students come up to the board with their backs to the staff. I call out a letter name, they turn around, and the first one to swat the correct letter name is the winner. That one's super fun and really, really fast and easy to set up too. Today, one of my 4th grade classes was playing this game, and I thought it would be super fun if instead of swatting, we tried stomping. And then instead of having 2 swatters, I had 4 stompers. And so they stood around the outside of this, and I would, call out a rhythm like ta, ti, ti, ta, ti, ti. And the first person to come up and stomp that rhythm then was the winner. So that was really, really fun too. I didn't have anyone get their toes stomped, which is why, I'd never done that before. So maybe I was just being a little too careful. It actually seemed to work out pretty well. So if you don't have fly swatters, or you're thinking, oh my gosh, that's like putting weapons in the hands of my students, you could also play Stomp the zombie, or stomp the instrument, or stomp the rhythm or pitch or whatever. And that works really well.